Waterpik joined ClimateWise in 2003, and however, as I have here, no one shared that information. We didn't spread that message. I think 2, maybe 3 people in the entire company knew that we were part of ClimateWise for many years. What started in 2007, I was sitting in an office, sitting in a cube, and thinking, there's got to be a little bit more to this. We're not doing as much as we could, which was hardly anything at that time. Gathered about 10 like-minded individuals and gathered them over lunch and explained the idea for a green team. And out of that, got one kind of volunteer that would be willing to kind of go forward with me and try to bring some things to the business. So some initial progress, which many months later finally came into a little fruition. We lucked out, found out about a presentation to management that marketing was going to give about sustainability efforts inside the company, and was able to get into that, basically create the presentation for marketing and get in front of a group of about 20 other managers inside the business. And from that, help legitimize the concept for a green team and some of the things that we wanted to get done. Advocated for a cross-sectional group of the company to participate, operations, sales, and finance. And then at that meeting, actually learned of the other program that we're part of. We were already part of ClimateWise, but yet out of 20 managers in that in that room, no one could talk to what that meant or what we were doing. So the green team set up some email distribution for the team, had an initial meeting, and literally just had on the docket things that we can do. We were just brainstorming event. Out of that meeting, decided to basically add a page to our intranet site to bring some awareness to sustainability, and to launch the site, we ran a contest. Out of that contest, we had kind of our next green team meeting, selected some employees, some winners from the employee suggestions, and began to assign projects to individuals and groups to implement those projects. And we track all our progress on action item matrix, just some Excel sheets and stuff, but basically the task, the person assigned to it, some dates, and bringing some accountability to the process. Some keys to some of our success. For our company, it is an established company. It's been around for about 50 years in Fort Collins. We have quite an array of different employees. Not a whole lot of the younger generation, per se, who are a little more in touch maybe with sustainability efforts. So it's been a bit more of a challenge with some of our groups. And so, especially operations, to the operations manager and logistics, it has to make the dollar kind of sense. So that we sell a lot of things, we tailor the message to the audience. Occasionally we do things first and ask forgiveness later. Management was a little hesitant for a lot of our ideas, and we kind of shut them down. If you could kind of get the process started, get it partway completed, it's a little bit easier sometimes to get approved. And then engage key partners. I'm assuming most people here are aware of ClimateWise, but ClimateWise has been basically our biggest advocate, biggest help. They came out and did an audit in 2008. We met people from the city. From where I come from, they're called SMEs, subject matter experts. Basically, if I had a water question, I could go to a water person. If I had a transportation question, I could go to a transportation person. And then for our company as well, basically categorizing everything into the same categories that ClimateWise uses has been very effective. Energy, waste, water, and transportation. Sometimes it's a little overwhelming to think, we need to do some projects, or what can we do green? Now we sit there and say, well, what can we do energy-wise? What can we do waste-wise? How about water and with transportation? Waste, not recycling. This information is repeated in the resources section. Since I'm running out of time, I'm going to go over this quickly. But Waste Not, it's out of Johnstown, and has been a tremendous resource for us. Any questions that we have, any concerns that we have, they're available. Phone calls, they do on-site visits and helped us through emails and everything. Some of our easiest projects, belonging to the IT department, actually some of those are really the easiest to implement, but program that we forced out to all the computers to hit power save onto their monitors. We could push it out even further and shut all their computers down at night, but we haven't quite gone that far just yet. Microsoft, we filled out an online form. They used to send us CDs for all of our software. We literally had thousands of CDs, and basically it all went away after a quick email in an online form. I'm going to skip over some of these except the Bus Pass program. That's a pretty good one. You go to this link, you fill out about 3 pages of paperwork, and you can offer employees bus passes for 68% off of the annual pass from Passport. And then the resources, so basically we do a lot of recycling, and we have a lot of different partners in there. Pace Butler for cell phones, Rocky Mountain Battery for pallets, and so all that information is in there for you. And then before I get kicked off, A little bit of information there, but really just be passionate. That's the easiest thing to do, is find things that you're passionate about, and those projects seem to be the most successful.